Yeah, Aleem, I know you weren't matched up on their big guy Dickinson, when it came to rebounding, but can you talk about how important it was, the offensive rebounds they got, especially at critical junctures down the stretch?
For sure, they gave them a lot more opportunities late in the game. I believe they like 3 to 4 crucial offensive rebounds, and they were able to convert off of them and get those second chance points. And Coach Gard talked about it that it might have been 4 offensive rebounds where they got 9 second chance points, and those were big times of the game. So where we did a good job at least forcing a miss, but we just have to finish the possession. And obviously, they were very important possessions.
Go to Jim.
Offensively, the first half was one of your better offensive performances as a team. The second half, obviously, is a much different story. What do you think the biggest difference was between those two halves?
I'd say our defense and getting out in transition and being more aggressive on the offensive end. I felt like we got a bit stagnant in the second half to where in the first half we were getting stops and being able to push it and put them in tough positions defensively to where they can make mistakes, and we were able to capitalize on them really.
Tom?
Aleem, what do you guys have to do to get over the hump against these top teams? You have an opportunity here against good teams, but you still haven't been able to do it.
Put together a complete 40 minutes. What we did in the first half is what we wanted to do in the second half, but that's what they did to us. They put us on our heels and made us a bit uncomfortable on the offensive end, and they were able to get comfortable on the offensive end themselves. So just putting together a complete 40 minutes, and when they punched us to punch back. And in the second half today, we didn't do really a good job of that, and just being the aggressor for the most part.
Josh Schaefer?
I mean, what they were able to do to you guys defensively in the second half, did that feel reminiscent of the first game at all? It seemed like all of a sudden it started to maybe look like what we saw a little bit in the first game, and them kind of pressing and forcing some turnovers.
Yeah, like I was saying before, they were putting us on our heels, whether it was in the half court or with their full court press or press or whatever it was. So we were a little lackadaisical and got uncomfortable, and they saw that, and they took advantage of it. So, like I was saying before, we needed to attack the basket and put them on their heels more so than we did in the second half, and not settle for too many contested threes and try to get to the foul line, to the basket, and slow the game out a little bit and get things back under control.
All right, we'll wrap things up for Aleem with one from George Balekci.
Hey, Aleem, in the second half, when you mentioned you felt like the offense got a little stagnant, do you feel like it was from your own calls, or was it more of what Michigan was able to adjust and do on the defensive end?
I'd say a little bit of both. They came out in the second half with a bit more energy, as we expected for them to come down and fight back from the lead that we had. But like I said before, I just feel like we didn't do a good job of taking that punch and then punching back and then being more aggressive. We kind of, like I said before, we kind of just took steps back, and then when we saw that, they kept pursuing, and then they were comfortable, and next thing we knew, we were in a tough game, and the advantage was towards them because of what they implied that entire second half.